In the heart of a vibrant village, nestled among ancient baobab trees and whispering grasslands, lived a young man named Kofi. At 30, he was known for his sharp mind and his skill with modern gadgets, a man of the new world, not the old. He dreamed of building bridges, not just with steel and concrete, but between his village and the bustling cities beyond the horizon. His plans were laid out, his future was clear, or so he thought. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in fiery hues of orange and red, the village elders summoned him. The air in the council hut was thick with the scent of sacred herbs and the weight of tradition. The chief, a man whose face was a roadmap of wisdom and time, spoke in a voice that rumbled like distant thunder. He told Kofi that the ancestors had chosen him. He was to be the next tribal healer, the guardian of ancient remedies and spiritual rites, a role passed down through generations. Kofi's heart sank. A healer? He, who found more comfort in circuit boards than in herbal poultices. It was a life he never wanted, a path shrouded in rituals he didn't understand and responsibilities he felt ill-equipped to handle. He saw his own dreams of innovation and progress turning to dust. He respectfully, but firmly, refused. He told them he was a man of science, not spirits. The elders looked at him with sad, knowing eyes. They warned him that one cannot run from their destiny. And so, Kofi began to defy his calling. When villagers came to him with ailments, he sent them to the small, understocked clinic miles away. He ignored the strange dreams that began to haunt his sleep, visions of plants with glowing leaves and whispers in a language his heart knew but his mind could not grasp. He poured himself into his engineering books, trying to drown out the ancestral call with logic and equations. But the more he resisted, the more his world seemed to unravel. His projects failed, his tools broke, and a sense of unease settled over him like a persistent shadow. The village began to suffer from a strange, lingering sickness that modern medicine couldn't touch. And the people looked at him with a mixture of hope and disappointment. Just when Kofi felt he was at his breaking point, she arrived. Her name was Amara. She was also in her 30s, with eyes that held the depth of the night sky and a smile that could coax flowers to bloom. She wasn't from their village, but she moved with a grace that suggested she was at home everywhere. She was a storyteller, a gatherer of histories and lore, and she had heard of the village's plight. She found Kofi sitting by the river, his head in his hands, the picture of despair. Amara didn't preach or scold. She sat beside him and simply listened. She spoke of how the old ways and the new ways were not enemies, but two hands that could work together. She told him that being a healer wasn't about abandoning his love for science, but about expanding his understanding of the world. A bridge, she said softly, her voice like the gentle flow of the river, connects two different lands, making them both stronger. You are meant to be a bridge, Kofi, between the past and the future, between the physical and the spiritual. Her words were a balm to his troubled soul. For the first time, someone saw not just the reluctant healer or the frustrated engineer, but the man who could be both. Intrigued and a little less resistant, Kofi found himself drawn to her wisdom. Amara didn't have all the answers, but she had the right questions. She proposed a journey. A journey not just across the land to find rare herbs and visit other healers, but a journey into the heart of their heritage, into the very essence of what it meant to keep the ancestral spirits alive. Reluctantly at first, Kofi agreed. Their journey began. They walked through dense forests where sunlight dappled the ground like scattered gold coins. Amara taught him the names of the trees and the secrets of the plants. She showed him how to listen to the wind and read the stories in the stars. Kofi, in turn, shared his knowledge of botany, explaining the chemical compounds in the leaves and roots they gathered. He used his phone's GPS to map ancient forgotten trails, and she laughed, telling him the ancestors had a GPS of their own, woven into the landscape. One night, sitting by a crackling fire, a crisis struck. A child in a nearby settlement was burning with a fever that no one could break. The local healer had tried everything. Despair hung heavy in the air. Kofi, seeing the child's labored breathing, felt a surge of something other than resistance. It was empathy. It was a deep, primal urge to help. He remembered a dream, a vision of a specific blue-flowered vine, that grew near waterfalls. Amara recognized his description. They raced through the darkness, guided by the moon and Kofi's strange, newfound instinct. They found the vine, just as it had appeared in his dream. Kofi, using the precise methods he'd learned from his science books, prepared a careful infusion. He hesitated, his logical mind warring with this new, intuitive knowledge. Amara placed a reassuring hand on his arm. "Trust the bridge," she whispered. He administered the remedy, and they waited, their hearts pounding in the silent hut. By morning, the child's fever had broken. The gratitude in the parents' eyes was a more powerful reward than any engineering success he had ever imagined. That moment was a turning point. Kofi began to see that his calling was not a prison, but a key. It was a way to connect with his people, his history, and himself on a level he never thought possible. The journey continued, but now it was a shared quest. They met wise old women who taught them about the healing power of laughter, and stoic hunters who knew the secrets of the animal spirits. With every step, Kofi felt the ancestral knowledge seeping into his bones, not as a burden, but as a source of incredible strength. And as they walked, they talked. They shared their dreams, their fears, and their hopes. Kofi discovered that Amara's journey was also one of purpose. She sought to preserve the stories that were the lifeblood of their culture, fearing they would be lost to time. He saw in her the same passion for connection that he had for building bridges. A deep and profound love began to grow between them, as natural and as certain as the rising sun. It wasn't a fairy tale romance, but a partnership forged in respect, understanding, and a shared mission. They finally returned to their village, not as two separate people, but as a unit. Kofi, now embracing his role, worked with the elders. He didn't discard his old self. He built a new healing hut with better ventilation and sanitation, using his engineering skills. He started a garden, systematically cultivating medicinal plants, using his scientific knowledge to improve their yields. He documented the ancient remedies, creating a digital archive so the knowledge would never be lost, fulfilling Amara's dream as well as his own. He became the healer he was destined to be, but on his own terms. A man who honored the spirits with ancient chants while using a microscope to understand the herbs he prescribed. He was the bridge. And Amara was by his side, the storyteller who wove the tales of the new healer, ensuring the ancestral spirits were not just remembered, but lived on, vibrant and relevant, in a world that was constantly changing. Their love story became a new folktale, a testament to the idea that our greatest purpose is found when we build bridges between where we come from and where we are going. It taught everyone that the greatest good is achieved not by choosing between the old and the new, but by weaving them together with love and wisdom.
Hey, sometimes not love they join to work together. Make you listen well. Them teach I'm saying a book be power. Lab and machine answer for the hour. But for this land something no clear. People they cry, but cure no they there. Old people talk, say spirit they shout. Ancient road where nobody find out. One gentle voice just enter your heart. Talk say make love be the place you start. I they open small, small. Wall between two or they fall.
Love we join to work together. Make dry land begin see weather. When heart they soft like river flow. Ancient power start to show.
Love we join two world as one. Make night give way to rising sun. When science or tradition hand, peace go cover all the land. Young woman stand, her mind they bright. She sabi code and she sabi right. She talk why we they choose just one. When both fish shine like moon and sun. Them sit for ground, their village tree. change.
Higher up.
Things will then begin.
Shadow they come up slow. New kind light begin to glow. Love we join to work together. Make dry land begin see weather. When heart they soft like river flow. Ancient powers start to show.
Love will join two worlds as one. Make night give way to rising sun. When science or tradition hand.
Please go cover all the land.
If your heart they hard, you know go yeah call. But when you open small, miracle feel fall. Sometimes answer no they only for the screen. It dey for dream, it dey for place where you never been.
Love when join two worlds together.
Yeah.
Make dry land begin see weather. When heart they soft like river flow. Ancient powers start to show.
Love we join two worlds as one. Make night give way to rising sun. When science or tradition hand.
Joy go overflow.